Sadashiv first saw her in the park, sitting alone on a bench. There was a strange serenity on her face, yet her eyes carried a deep loneliness. Her fair complexion and natural charm left him momentarily speechless. Revdi was a stranger to him, yet she had unknowingly become an inseparable part of his life. From the moment their physical relationship began, his love for his wife started feeling bland and meaningless. Revdi was extraordinarily beautiful, her physique well maintained. She followed a strict routine, waking up at dawn for exercise and yoga. A few months ago, Sadashiv had taken his children to the park when he first saw her sitting there, alone. As they talked, he felt drawn to her. They exchanged numbers, leading to casual chats, then phone calls. Their relationship progressed rapidly, and before he knew it, Revdi had become an essential part of his existence. He knew what he was doing was wrong, yet he couldn't stop himself. From a moral perspective, having an affair with another man's wife was unethical, but despite knowing this, he couldn't resist the temptation. Both of them had happy marriages, yet they were irresistibly drawn to each other. The moments spent with her became an obsession, making him eagerly await Sundays, their designated day to meet. They always met at her house. Revdi had no children, and since her husband traveled frequently for work, she was often alone. Sadashiv repeatedly resolved to end the affair. He told himself he had to focus on his wife, Kirti, and their children, to protect the sanctity of his home. But the truth was different. He longed for Revdi with an uncontrollable intensity. The passion he shared with her made everything else in his life seem insignificant. Then, circumstances forced a distance between them. Their meetings became impossible. The very thought of losing her filled him with dread. He knew this affair was dangerous, so he decided to gradually withdraw from it. When Sunday arrived, he felt restless. He craved her, much like an addict craving a drug. Even though he had resolved not to meet her, he was sure he would give in if she called. To avoid temptation, he switched off his phone. But despite cutting off contact, the fire of desire inside him refused to die down. His body yearned for her touch, and memories of their intimacy overwhelmed his mind. To ease this unbearable longing, Sadashiv turned to Kirti. He held her, seeking solace in her embrace. She was surprised by his sudden affection but welcomed it. Their physical relationship had dwindled over time, and she too missed this closeness. Since he took the initiative, she didn't resist, she embraced the moment. Alone in their home, with their children out, Sadashiv carried Kirti to their bedroom. Physically, he was with his wife, but mentally, Revdi consumed him. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't erase her from his mind. He knew it wouldn't happen instantly, but he had to start somewhere, to break the habit of her body. Even as he held Kirti, it was Revdi who fueled his passion. He surrendered to the physical act, but his heart remained captive to another woman. As their intimacy deepened, Kirti, unaware of the storm raging in his mind, reveled in the moment. With every touch, he tried to forget Revdi, to replace one love with another, but it didn't work. Kirti found fulfillment that night, but Sadashiv remained unsatisfied. He had to accept the truth: Revdi had taken complete control over his emotions. No matter how much he tried, the pleasure he sought could not be found elsewhere. Even today, Kirti and he maintain their relationship, respecting and valuing each other. They continue their married life as before, but something remains incomplete inside him. If you want to hear more such love stories, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.